Hi, Leo. If you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence, your bloody ink blot for October. Spooky fun. Hopefully you enjoyed your terrifying thumbnail. Thank you so much for being here with me, for being my muse, and for holding space for me to share my insights. Leos, when you're ready, you know the drill if you'd like to join me. To close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. All right, Leo, let's wander your aura. We're in my foyer for a little bit while I got my other room covered in canvas, so excuse the creaky table. Okay, so there's my mind. Okay. Na, 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 na. There's a song coming through. I don't know it. Da, na, 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 na. That's the tune I hear. Okay. What am I doing here? Ooh, okay. So I am putting a mask on, mask off, mask on, mask off, masquerade, masquerade. Okay. Okay, so I'm also like taking a closer look at something. Like, did I see that? Do I don't see that? Do I see that? What if I do this? It's like I'm changing, glasses on, glasses off, glasses on, glasses off. I'm trying to decide how I'm seeing something. Am I seeing it? Is that right? Maybe this is in regards to your supernatural senses. This could be like something very tangible. Like, did I just see that? Like, did you just do that? I don't know. It feels like saying something through the throat chakra. Even though I'm using my eyes, there's something about, see how it's like slightly disconnected where like that's like the bottleneck, and here's the shoulders, and then there's the hands, and this is like a slight disconnect, but there's like it's a weird way I'm going to say this, like a throat tower. So let me clear my throat. There's something along that lines. And it's like, and I can see it. Like how, it's like in that way, like what is going on? Or did I just see that? It's like I have to do something before I connect it to saying something. That's how it's making me feel. Leos. Did I call you something else? I apologize if I did. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. We'll add on some tarot and oracle in a minute. Sorry if I didn't say. I've also got the ghost tube here for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate. So receive or release freely, of course. All right, there's a lot going on in here. It's I'm seeing a bloody butterfly, which is in the spirit, of course, it being a red and black ink blot. My wings are changing. Okay, so as I'm like, I don't know if it's my thoughts, Leos, or you sense, like it feels empathic to me. Yeah, it feels not like empathy, empathic. And a butterfly can mean something to you, of course, transformation, this, that, or the other, but I'm actually seeing beauty. And I want to come back to the eye thing. Like I'm the masquerade of not seeing beauty. And I'm seeing the beauty in things. I'm seeing the beauty in transforming. I'm sensing this, to be honest with you, like it feels grand gratitude for, even if it's something I'm looking back at or looking right at it. And I'm like, wow, I am really grateful. Actually, in this case, it's coming through like I'm grateful that I can see this or whatever the situation is and I'm not there. Or because I was there, or I can resonate. I understand. I wanted to say sympathy, but sympathy leads me into like I'm just going to say it. I'm not saying it's a truth of any sort, Kimberly, but it's like a pity party where it's like I'm offering again, gratitude comes through. I'm offering gratitude that I believe that you'll be able to get through it in whatever way suits you best. I definitely feel like an observer Can I bring it down here for a notch, and then we'll start adding on some tarot and oracle if there's anything. I do need my Scrying. Did I bring it down by chance? How many layers of sight does one need? As many as I would like. There's a rib cage. Somebody might have a 6-pack as well. Be working on it. I was going to do like a sit-up like that. Whether they're spiritual sit-ups and or physical sit-ups, but I'm seeing like a 6-pack. Very, very strong. I'm also seeing like the mesh of a body. You know what I mean? Like if a body didn't have the skin and I could see all the muscles and the tissues and the ligaments. And again, I'm coming back to this eye thing. Like maybe you are, I don't know these words, X-rayologist. Sounds good. I'm going to go with it. Or if right now you have like X-ray eyes, that's kind of how it feels like. Again, empathically speaking, you're cutting through energy and you can see some sort of seed or source. But I feel very mindful, Leos. It's because like you're exuding this strength of gratitude that doesn't necessarily apply to what somebody may want. Like they want your sympathy, but I see you having the strength that you just share with them, even invisibly, because you don't want to trigger that seed, because you're able to like see past the layers of something, that there's transformation happening. And it's reminding me of, I don't know if it's real or not, you know, like when you maybe see a cocoon and there's a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, and even apply any other instance. And sometimes as humans, we want to intercept to help, right? And it's like, but actually if you do all of the movements that happen for this caterpillar butterfly builds strength so that when it is fully transformed, it can fly away. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like you have this ability, or maybe for others and for also some Leos, reminding you of your own strength of what you can overcome. Okay, we're going over there. All right. I'm being fed by ancestors. I'm being fed by those before me. I'm seeing like a mama bird and a baby bird. I guess in some cases it might be a father bird. I'm not sure. But it's, you know, the feeding of the bird, mouth to mouth. Is that how it works? Something along that lines. Nourishment. I also feel, Leos, if this has something to do with your children or your family, people around you.
Agreed.
Okay, so it's like I can sympathize, but not offer sympathy as my expression to this person. Like that's not the exchange I want. It's strength and sympathy. Greening, you are a natural. Interesting. So this is kind of like that. See how in this image, like, and there's all the tree branches and stuff. This is what it feels like in here for me. Like it feels a little bit of chaos. The number 22 might also mean something to you. It's the growing of something. And it's not that I can't say anything. And it's just, I'm very conscious when I speak, especially to somebody. It's like they might run with it. I want to come back to like that sympathy thing. It's like, I don't want to help grow within them, or for them to attack. If it does feel external to me, but if it is a mirror and it's reflecting back to you to remember, or to ignite that inspiration that, oh, I don't want sympathy, because that implies, no, maybe it doesn't, but whatever it may imply for you. But when somebody receives strength, I can grow my own rose garden. I feel like you're very natural, whatever it is that you're doing. Magic, you are blessed. See, like even how she's all like tied, like her hands are tied, but it's really in the pentagram of power. Like the elements are there. Some of you might be really astute healers.
It's not easy.
I feel like, and I mean that in any modality, but I'm seeing psychiatry or psychologist specifically, mentor, coach, something along that lines. Okay, so I'm seeing sunglasses from the 80s. Express your creative heart. And brave, don't self-sabotage. Sorry about the lighting, but hopefully you can get it through while we're in this room, not the other. Okay, so I'm back in the throat area. I'm in this space here. In the sonnet, thank you, express your creativity. It's like the tower, but now it's like a radio tower and it's emitting. I feel like, Leos, your silence is strong. It's really, really
Lower
strong.
your voice.
Sorry. Again, like in this brave, don't self-sabotage, it almost makes me feel like hopefully that's not what you're doing for oneself, but even if you are wandering down that path of, or recognizing, oh, I'm, self-saboteur, or you're, because of your position or relations in other people's lives, partners, professional, creative, corporate, etc., I feel like you're not the one that's going to be like
Kitchen buff.
It's like, I want to say, I can see it. You're saboteuring. But I want to be gentle about it. I want, not gentle in a soft way, gentle in the way I tread and speak to the seed or the source. Oh my goodness, I hope this makes sense, because bravery, the courage, and as I was seeing it in my mind's eye, but I wasn't sure how it was going to connect in, was the lion from Wizard of Oz. And it's like the team of them, helped each other bring about their best attributes, but not necessarily by poking the bears and saying hurtful things or falling into their woe is me. You know what I mean? Fly free to know that you are loved. There might be some that are going through a significant loss, but there's that change again with the butterfly effect as well. So when it brings me into that movie, the butterfly effect, where there's this drive, or one of the drives, if I recall in the movie, is something about the girl. So this might have something to do with a relationship specifically, and trying to get the girl or have the best outcome with the girl, or partnership, or the feminine energy, call it what you will. And going through the butterfly effect of so many different timelines, changing things over and over and over again, but every time one thing changes, it affects something else, and it's like having to make those choices. Mindfulness is on the bottom. Being mindful, as I make one choice, it may have an effect on another, and that's okay, but there's something about not sacrificing this the self in between. Excuse me, apparently I need some agua. Stay hydrated, Leos. Please do like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to all those who wore my haunted heart and donate as well. Like, you truly... oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to come back up into this throat area. I'm just going to move through it. Again, maybe you're coughing stuff up. Got to get it out. I'm seeing tiger stripes. Markings that make me strong.
Only for you.
Confidence. Mindfulness came out again. Wow. And when I saw confidence, I saw the lion from Wizard of Oz again. Confidence and courage. Courage and confidence.
Jacket.
Destiny. Interesting. Are you transforming? Okay, and there's the Tin Man. The Tin Man. Key to my heart. Somebody may have lost somebody. Condolences. Very coffee. Maybe we need a coffee. And I'm seeing the Tin Man. Like with the Tin Man's the one with no heart. Okay, because okay. And now as your ink is transforming, I'm seeing somebody like take their head off my shoulders, something off my shoulders, learning how to shut down a little bit. Okay, so that brings me to the Tin Man. And that kind of makes me feel like I have no heart when I maybe hold a boundary. If I need to deconnect or detox, what is it? When people go offline for a little bit and you're unattainable. But I feel like it's so important. Again, I'm leading with a strength. I'm leading by an example to say this is valuable. Please respect it. No, you don't need sympathies for me, or oh, what's going on that you have to go off social media, or how come you're not taking appointments on Fridays and Saturdays? Oh, why aren't you available 24/7? And maybe this is your perception to other people, but I kind of get the feeling you're pretty good at building yourself, and you're taking a look at things. You're like, this is my calendar. No, I could fit it in. It's not a matter of can I, it's the sacrifice of that, the butterfly effect of that, and not necessarily expecting other people to know and having to divulge everything. Again, throat, that bottleneck there. It's not necessarily that I feel the need to defend and divulge. This is simply respecting it. And maybe teaching other people how to respect that and leading by example and saying, I'm just not available. I'm not available. Because with the cow pies, you understand the warnings that you receive. That a certain amount of freedom to feel. Because I feel like, Leos, whatever it is that you are doing requires some solitude. To detox, maybe from a lot of extroverted interactions, one-on-one or to grandness of many, and to keep that healthy, a certain amount of introversion, whatever amount that is for you, solitude, cleansing, doing things that you enjoy. It's like enjoying the freedoms and the way you've built things, or maybe the way you're building things. It's like I want to work my tail off, and I have the courage to do this, and I have the heart to do this. But sometimes when I feel like I have to hold that boundary and say, I could work 7 days a week to make my dreams come true, or I could work, a bajillion hours of overtime endlessly until whenever for my boss to prove how invested I am. And it's like, yeah, but loneliness over time, it has the sensation of, nice. But does that actually nurture that I am somehow less than overall? Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I feel like I'm really good at enjoying the fruits of my labor, and working endlessly and tirelessly has its place, but don't also make time to nurture the other side. And again, it could be an 80-20, 60-40, and it might be a fluent, changeable alchemy, so that you can also remember why you're doing this for yourself. And when it feels like you have no heart, maybe you've been accused of that as well. Be like, oh, you can't see me only when I can. And it's like, well, but I feel as though, and maybe this is, something, expressing that clearly on your website or this or that. It doesn't necessarily mean people will acknowledge it, but at least it's written, right? Focus and loneliness was here as well. And I'm going to put your ink blot back up so you can take a look at it. I didn't mean to hog it as I'm getting ready to close out here. Okay. Yeah, I am focused on some sort of surrendering. Also, some of you, supernatural senses, I want to come back to the beginning. Because, as you know me, I usually read the art first versus the wordage.
What year is
but
it?
Always feel well to follow your own intuitive instincts. There is something, what year is it? It is 2023. And see how there's a person laying down here like Snow White, and then there's spirits here. I feel like if somebody has currently lost somebody or reflecting, graveyard still on the bottom, this is my focus. And I feel like my grief is shifting, if not has already shifted, from mourning into gratitude for the time we came together. My focus is shifting on saying thank you. I love you. The tears still fall. I do feel lonely, but I'm not going to focus on the loneliness because there's all these other spirits that are standing there around with this person that has passed on. When it comes to a career, okay, exploring wildness. Again, there's that change. It's that transformation right from the beginning with the butterfly. I feel like you do it really well. Like keeping your cool through this change. Like maybe you went from partnership to single, or maybe you're going from single to partnership. You went from, so, okay, that's very clear. You went specifically, you might be a freelance artist or a freelance writer or a freelance consultant, something along that lines. But you also are going to have an opportunity to work with other people. So there's going to be a change. That's going to feel a little wild. It's like, oh, at first you were just the Tin Man, or, pick a Wizard of Oz character, and then suddenly you're all walking a path together. And now it's like this group effort. So there could be some sort of collaboration going on. It feels destiny-like. There's a part of me that I feel as though I've let go through this change. Yeah, and there's those tiger stripes again, like the
Susan.
The mountain in the molehill. And depending on my position that I choose to see from, am I an ant? Am I a giant? Am I human? It's like I'm able to see different parts of that and go, oh, this mountain is really a molehill, or this molehill is being made into a mountain. Does that make sense? Leos, this feels fantastic. A lot of transformation. A lot of transformation. Please feel the confidence as you're moving towards your destiny and knowing that you are free to know that you are loved if you're going through grief, through the changes, and know that you truly are blessed with a lot of power of all the elements at play. And all of those elements and energies, where are you? Including those in the afterlife aura. You are not alone. I am here with you. Sorry about my tones, but nonetheless, thank you so much, Leo, for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I am grateful, and until next time, I'll see you then.